My name is Flint, and welcome to another episode of the Gen Z Survival Guide. On this episode of the Survival Guide, I am going to be teaching you how to make a well-cooked meal that will not only not break your budget, but will provide enough servings so you can store it in your refrigerator and have even more later on. So, let's begin. What the grocery stores and what American corporations do not want you to know is that buying in bulk is going to save you a lot more money in the long run than buying in smaller quantities. Now, there's nothing wrong with buying in smaller quantities. I do it sometimes now. But good example. This is the family size version of corn. Of course, this is a lot higher in price, but if you do the math, you would end up getting more corn and paying less from buying the family size than buying two smaller cans, because those two smaller cans you're going to be paying more and you're going to be getting less corn. And that's literally the same with almost every product in a grocery store. And the reason why you want to get more is because if you're like me and you do a lot of food prepping, you'll be saving yourself money. You'll also be having more food to prep with, so you can take the work or just enjoy. Essentially, what we are going to be cooking today is a nice Mexican rice with chicken, corn, peppers, and of course you got your seasonings and your enchilada sauce. All of this will only cost you around $18 to $20. Here's the receipt that I have for proof. I know that it says $30, but hold on, let me explain. Right here where it says FYL fiber, there's actually some hair pomade that I bought that has nothing to do with what we're making today. So that's kind of like why this costs a little bit more than what I'm telling you. Here are the ingredients we are going to need. 3 packs of great value taco seasoning mix. Future Flint here. Unless you are going to be cooking all of the pre-cooked rice from that box, I would only recommend that you use 2 packs instead of 3. Las Palmas enchilada sauce, the biggest you could find. Family size great value whole kernel corn. Instant pre-cooked white rice, the biggest box you can find. Great value pre-cooked rotisserie chicken, and 3 bell peppers. Notice on our instant pre-cooked rice, it has 26 servings per container, meaning that you can literally make 26 meal prep meals with this bad boy. And the good news is, since this is pre-cooked rice, all you got to do is just put it in water and heat it up and it's pretty much ready to go. Future Flint here. You can literally just make this in a slow cooker, an Instapot, or on your stove. But the method we are going to be using is going to be in a microwave. Literally just follow the steps and it will also work for a stove, it will also work for an Instapot, and it will also work for a slow cooker. 1 serving is half of the cup. I got a full cup here. So what I'm going to be doing here is I am going to be putting 8 servings into our bowl here. So we have 8 servings of rice in here, meaning that we have 8 meal preps that we can use this in. Meaning that we essentially have 8 future meals we can make. So we're going to add our corn on the top. Next, you're just going to cut up your bell peppers and add them in there. Next, just take your chicken breast and pretty much just pull the actual chicken off of it and throw it in here. And then you'll take your enchilada sauce and you'll throw it in there. This is kind of what it looks like on my end, mixed up so far. Now, we have not added water to it, but just trust me, you guys will understand where I'm going with this. So, you're probably wondering, hold on, why did you just put this in a bowl instead of your pan? Well, I mean, you can put everything in a bowl like this. Basically, for some reason, my stove doesn't want to turn on today. So, I'm going to have to get that checked out this weekend. But the good news is, since this is pre-cooked rice, we just got to add water. I can just put it in the microwave. Now, earlier, the microwave didn't want to turn on, so I flipped all the switch breakers and everything, and now it wants to turn on. Stove does not want to turn on, so wah, wah. What we're going to do now is we're going to fill this bad boy up with water. We're not going to fill it up all the way. Our goal is to fill it up kind of like right here to make it level with it. So we're not going to fill it up too much, but we're just going to fill it up to make it kind of level with it. Future Flint here. Yes, I just got out of the shower. Make sure to add a little bit more water than what I'm saying in here. Fill that bad boy up. Because this is so damn packed with rice, to make sure that the water actually goes all the way down to the bottom, we're going to take our spoon from earlier. We're just going to remix it up one more time just to make sure the water gets all the way down. Now see, look, the water did sink a little bit, so we're going to add just a little bit more water. And one more time, we're going to stir that crap around again. We're not trying to overly, fill it with water, but just enough to where that water will be absorbed into the rice here. I don't know how powerful y'all guys' microwaves are, but for our microwave, we're going to put this on at least 10 minutes. So go ahead and add 2 packets of the taco seasoning mix. We're going to just keep that third mix on the side, just in case. Damn, look at that, huh? We got so much cooked that we can literally make probably about a week's worth of lunches with this. Just like that, we got our lunch ready to go, and look how much we got left over. Insane, right? And the good news is we still got leftover rice, so if we ever decide to cook this again. This has been Flint, and thanks for watching.